pee time!
It's pee time!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to PP Time, a show where we finish each other's
Dicks.
exactly. So I am Pascal, the first P.
And I'm Pablo, the second P. The one you always think about when you're not peeing. Wait, that came out wrong, but I like it.
And so, well, first of all, before we begin, I have an announcement to make. And it is that the first podcast was a video, and all the other ones are going to be audio. And there's a simple reason for that. It is that it's long to edit.
Yeah, you were telling me how long it took to edit the whole goddamn thing.
It took about 28 hours. I suck, I know, but getting better. But it took a whole 28 hours to edit that whole thing.
Yeah,
So
and I think that pretty much the thought process of that is that a podcast has to be, kind of fresh. So if we record it, it has to come out maybe in the next 2-3 days. But since it took so long to edit, it's not your fault, and I suck at editing. So the fact that it took so long, it just kind of doesn't feel like evergreen content now. It just feels like kind of dated. But now that we only audio format for this, we'll be good.
yeah, it's gonna be obviously it's gonna be very easy to edit
Mm-hmm.
because I don't have to think about like putting some effects on the faces and doing the zoom and all that stuff, and it's just gonna be easier and quicker. And also the first episode we did it on the 4th,
Mm-hmm.
and it was out on the 11th. So you see here, it wasn't really.
Yeah, big ass discrepancy there. So.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we're gonna give up on the video format. We're just gonna do the podcast staying audio only. And from what you told me is that we're still gonna. Well, I enjoyed a lot being in front of the camera, and I think Pascal loved editing still, and he still want to develop the skills. So we're gonna do a bit more shenanigans. So we're gonna try to keep the segments open for, let's say, Montreal Bay Street. That we're still gonna try to keep up living, even though we got bamboozled by the city itself. But we'll keep it going, and we also have another few segments, video segments that we know would have a better trail going on video-wise than audio-wise only. And I think we mentioned this earlier, but sometimes we want to have stuff that we know we're going to talk about on the podcast, but we want to have as a visual.
Yeah, let's picture it as the highlights of the podcast.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I like that.
yeah, so like some highlights, which sometimes would be better with pictures or a video, we'll do those separately, just for you to enjoy as a simple video of maybe 10 minutes or less.
Yeah, we can clip it at 10 or 10 to 15
minutes,
max.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then small shenanigans or tomfooleries here and there.
Tomfooleries.
I would like to call it that way. So,
Let's not rehash that.
all right. Well,
I still prefer shenanigans,
Well-
to be honest, but
so yeah, we're still gonna do it, and we're still gonna be doing videos mostly of the time. And then since Canada is a snowy place, we might have fun with snow also.
anyway, so today we will talk about the Joker movie, but
Yes.
now we saw it. We saw the movie, and we'll talk about that very soon. And also, so me and Pablo tried some games, and we're gonna talk about that and our most exciting video games to come out soon.
Yep. And from what I can see is that I'm not supposed to be saying the same game over and over, so I'll try to change my varieties. And now that I've
Yeah, no Death Stranding. No Death Stranding.
okay,
I already told you that.
I'll have another game. You'll see.
All right. Well, without further ado,
Mm-hmm.
let's just jump into it.
Yeah.
All right. So, you saw the Joker movie before me.
Yep.
I have my own thoughts on it. Well, first of all, how well did you like it?
Well,
Well, first of all, like straight up, did you like the movie? Did you love it? Did you like it? Or did you dislike it?
Well, that's the thing. I enjoyed the movie a lot. The movie had things going on for it without spoiling anything. If you like Scorsese, you pretty much know what's going on in this movie the minute you get into it. As I said before, King of Comedy and Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
That's pretty much your main goals and main focus that Todd Phillips has for this movie.
Mhm.
And, you know, again, the story structure, we mentioned it a bit earlier last time, but it's a good movie to go watch. The only thing is that, yeah, there's a lot of controversy going around it now because people are paranoid for it. But that happens with every major mainstream movie nowadays. And even
Of course.
back in the days, let's say Clockwork Orange, let's say
Mhm.
The Warriors, all those kind of movies had that, and video games even have that sometimes. And it's not like, I'm not gonna get political into this, but it's not
Or V for Vendetta too. Yeah.
that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
those movies are not supposed to make you think something. It's not the director's thought to be in there. He's just showing something.
Like the Joker was already a character. That's pretty much like that was pretty much what
Well, yeah.
happened to the Joker in general,
Yeah,
right? Like in the Killing Joke or some shit. Well, it's not exactly,
yeah,
but
not
it's
exactly.
you know basically like it's similar-ish.
Well, yeah, he was basically that character is a mass murderer, even in the original Batman comic books and all that. But
Mm,
they're just trying to humanize the Joker, but you're supposed to sympathize, but not empathize with him.
empathizing.
Empathize with him. So you're like, I understand the issues he's having. I know what he's doing, but I'm not condoning the action or the violence he's doing on screen. Because
Mhm.
let's face it, whatever happens in this action scenes, they're gruesome. They're rough. Like they just go at it.
Oh yeah, and we said we were not gonna spoil it, right? But there's one scene,
Just a small scene.
a
yeah.
small scene.
But that's the that's the thing. That's how you get the psyche of the Joker in that particular scene. It's
Oh
just
yeah,
lunacy over hilarity. You're like, oh, and then you as an audience are like, oh, but I shouldn't be laughing, but I am, but I shouldn't.
yeah.
But no one's laughing except for you, the audience, and that's great.
Not only that, when I was in the theater, I was not the only one laughing. There was me and some other dude in the back, like we were the only ones laughing. And I don't know if it tells something about my character or my personality, but holy shit, I thought that was funny.
Oh no, I'm a howler. Whenever I laugh, people can hear me in the cinema. So
Oh, I mean, I was trying to hide it because no one was laughing
I know.
except me and my brother and some of the dude in the back. And I was like, and then when I heard the other one laugh, then I burst out. But fuck, I don't want the FBI in my case.
I was with my 4 cousins and we started bawling out and laughing out loud. I mean, we're just like that. I mean, we were 4 next to each other, so
Yeah.
they can't stop us. So basically, so definitely a good watch. It's emotional when it has to be. It's raw when it needs to. The violence, yes, it's over the top like any other movie,
Mhm.
but it serves a purpose. It's not free.
Over the top. Well, I mean, it's not John Wick.
No, but I
it's-
mean,
Yeah.
whenever people say that, it's for the graphic blood let's display, because John Wick doesn't have a big display. of
Yeah.
blood.
No. Okay. Yeah. It's it's violent in the sense that it's like, psychologically, I guess, super fucking violent.
Yeah, to someone.
John Wick, you expect it to be violent a
Mhm.
lot. It's just him killing people. But
It gets tedious sometimes. Like
Yeah, I
15
know.
minutes of him
I know
shooting. I'm
it's
like,
epic,
okay,
but
I get it.
yeah, tedious a bit.
No.
But Joker, let's say he does. I don't want to spoil anything, but
Keep it vague.
yeah, it's not like John Wick type of killing. Like there's not a lot of killing, but when there are, it is kind of gruesome.
Yeah.
So
But-
maybe that's what's triggering people, I guess.
But that's the thing. You bring up a good point. Is like people go to see John Wick and they're celebrating the killings, and now
Mm.
we see this and people are just saying, oh,
Yeah, because
It could
John Wick
damage society.
is there mentally, and Joker is unstable mentally. I guess that's what's going on.
But
I
that's
don't
the
know.
thing, and that's pretty much what I take away from the movie itself is that we as a society don't seem to take much of the caution to know more about mental health or mental issues to help or assist someone. Because throughout the movie, he also, that's basically an establishing scene in the beginning of the movie, so not that much of a spoiler, but at some point he's laughing because it's an issue he has. He can't, stop laughing. And he just hands out that particular card saying, look, it's not my fault. I have
Yeah.
this condition. Please give back the card. That kind of thing. that's something that honestly you wouldn't know if you don't live it, or if the movie didn't show it to you, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about that particular movie, is that for some reason, and rare movies do that because I think they think their audience are stupid, or they consider people stupid. I don't know how it happened, but this movie has a lot of shots where they just focus on something, like a piece of paper, a card, a tile, whatever. No one reads it. There's no subtitles. You're supposed to read it yourself.
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, that's perfect, because I do it too. But some people obviously were just gonna stare at it and they're like, okay, but why is it not moving? You're supposed to read that.
Yeah.
Movies are interactive. You're supposed to, yeah, respond to it, but you're also supposed to read into it, and to some extent. Just a small addendum to this is that I remember when I went to see Inglourious Bastards, you know, the movie from Tarantino.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people just walk out of the movie because there were subtitles that they did not expect to see in that movie. They just sat down to see a Tarantino movie. The movie starts for 20 minutes in French. Then afterwards, it moves to German.
Mm-hmm.
Then afterwards, it moves to a bit of Italian, goes a bit to English, English, then Italian, back to German. So I saw people walking out of it because they're like, I didn't pay to come to see a Tarantino movie for 2.5 hours, maybe 3, with subtitles. And they walked out of it, and I don't know why, because in my opinion, that's one of the best movies he did out there. Because I always liked the idea of characters just naturally speaking their language and the other characters understanding them right there.
But overall, Joker, very good movie.
Yep. Okay, here's a question for you, though.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm pretty sure people always are going to ask the question to everyone who comes out of the movie. How does Joaquin Phoenix compare to Heath Ledger?
Oh, okay. So, Mr. Phoenix and Mr. Ledger. That's a very good question. I guess I love more the character of Phoenix, to be honest.
Okay.
Heath Ledger one was fucked, but it's a Joker that was already the Joker for quite some time. It's not the same character, kind of. It's not the same. I don't know how to say it. It could have been the same character, but just years later.
No, that makes sense. The only thing is that...
But the Phoenix one, you see like the... You know... The acting is so good. Both of them, I love them. I love Heath Ledger. I mentioned it in the first episode also. But the Heath Ledger one is pretty goddamn good. But the Phoenix one, I don't know. You see the character arc. I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, well, I think what I'm grasping that you're saying right now is that basically the Ledger one had an aura of mystery. Like, we didn't know where he came from, what he did, but he was already established. He already had his Goonies. He already had his plans all set up ahead, 10 miles away from Batman almost.
Pretty much.
That guy was in 3019 kind of thing.
Yeah.
And with Phoenix is that he basically, you see him struggle to be a decent human being. It's just that society how it is in his universe in Gotham City, and his crippling problems that he has mentally just brings him down. The more he wants to go up, they bring him down. And at some point he goes down so low that he pushes back with force, and then he just propels himself. And that's pretty much the difference. We get the whole like diagram of him going down and then up, unlike Heath Ledger was just straight up going up. Like, he was already twisting mafia people. He was already bamboozling them. He already had the upper hand. He already had the $5,000 suit.
No, yeah, he's lost.
He's all there.
Completely lost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the transformation is already done, and he is fucked, basically, in the Heath Ledger. But he still had a chance when Mr. Phoenix.
Yep.
I don't know, Joaquin. Okay, Joaquin Phoenix played it. He still had, I guess, he still had a chance to come back. He was seeing a therapist and all.
Yeah, well,
but it all went to shit, of course. I don't know what to say. I like both. I mean, it could be the same Joker.
To some extent, I could believe that.
Yeah. To
some extent, but
no, and I know it's. Well, if they do like a sequel or some shit like that,
but it would.
If they do it, if they do like a follow up with Joaquin to do another Joker, but
Mm.
years later when Batman is there, let's say.
Yeah, but I know that Joaquin is not a very big fan on sequels. The same way that other dumbass Jared Leto is like he basically didn't sign a contract with Marvel back in the days when he was being casted for Doctor Strange because he's like, I'm not gonna be in 8 movies. There's no way I'm gonna be in 8 movies. I'm just gonna do the one and that's it. Forget about me. So they didn't cast him. So that's the same way with Joker. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be there, but don't expect me to be in a big cinematic universe. So that's why
Yeah.
they've been pushing it that it's a
But-
single standalone.
I don't mean like a cinematic universe, but it would be nice, I don't know, like Batman Joker movie, or
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I get it.
Even Batman and Robin versus Joker, that would be so nice. I would love to see a Robin or even Nightwing back in the cinema again, back in the theaters.
Well, actually, more simple to you, and hear me out on this one. What I really would like is that instead of, the same way they did with Spider-Verse, where you have Peter Parker helping Miles become the new Spider-Man kind of thing.
Yeah.
I want that as a live-action movie. Bring back Michael Keaton. He's old-ass Batman helping a kid to become the new Batman, just like Batman Beyond.
Yeah.
And then you push that there. You can put any Joker you want, and then there could be a new Joker, and that is done. If DC wants to make the big money, there it is, because people will be more than happy to come back to it.
Yeah, like I don't care about the cinematic universe of DC because I don't care about the Justice League that much. I don't care about the Avengers that much also. Don't kill me, of course.
But at least
I'm not a big fan of the Avengers or the Justice League. I'm a big fan of Batman, and I'm a big fan of Green Lantern, but not the movie.
Yeah,
But like more comics or the animated movies, animated series. I love those a lot, and if you throw me a Batman movie, like a Batman cinematic universe, that I would go into so quickly. I would.
Oh yeah.
I'd jerk off to it.
Yep.
For real.
That's
A Batman cinematic universe. That would be nice. That would be so cool.
Yep.
I don't know. Like the Dark Knight did back in the days. That was kind of a Batman cinematic universe-ish.
It tried to, yeah. It was
Yeah,
a more ground-based, realistic.
Just throw me one of those again, and I don't know. Those were great movies, though. Like, well, mainly the first two, but
Yeah, Rises wasn't that great.
yeah, not that much.
Yeah.
But with the Joker and with the Scarecrow, like I loved it. It was so good. Like throw me one more like that, and I'm sold.
Okay.
Anyway, you had another question, right?
Yeah. So overall, now that we know the difference with the two characters by those two actors, as a whole, the Joker representation itself, do you consider it to be the best Joker out there now?
I think the first question probably answered that, though. No.
No, because on my opinion, I think Mark Hamill is still the best Joker out there.
I don't know, because between the movie acting and the voice acting, screenplay acting and voice acting, I think there is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Of course, both are still acting. Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker voice.
Mm-hmm.
You would put his voice on any Joker, it would be 10 times better.
Yeah, they did that for the old TV show Bird of Prey. They had one actor that looked like Joker, and they just put his voice on it. They did.
Nice. But it's different when you talk about screenplay. I don't want to compare both. I think it's different.
No, I get it. Like, the same way that people would say the best Batman is Kevin Conroy.
The best what, sorry?
The best Batman
Oh.
would be Kevin Conroy, the guy who voice acted Batman
Oh,
throughout the whole movies, the whole TV series, and the video games. Which is pretty much what you would
Could
need
be.
at this point. Because the way you're describing the Batman cinematic universe, it's basically
Arkham.
the Arkham series.
Yeah. I never played it. I was Nintendo sold, so.
I can help you out with that eventually if you want.
You have the PS3, right?
Yep, can let it to you. Speaking of good games to try, though,
Mm-hmm.
I had a Switch for the last week or so, and I've been playing the frick out of it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know.
Fuck out of it.
The what?
The fuck out of it.
Oh God. Well, I understand. The first week I had the Switch, all nighters. I know you're not sleeping.
Well, it's not my fault. The games are pretty good.
I know you're not sleeping, but anyway, we tried some games, right?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I already played them, but you played them recently, so I guess we could talk about that. Is there a game that you played that you want to talk right now? Like, is like has left a mark on you?
Well, because that's the thing. Right now, I'm just building up the library for the console, but I recently just felt like I was looking through the shop and I'm like, oh, you know what? I didn't finish in a while, or I did finish a while ago, but I didn't go for it completely. It was Undertale. So I got my hands back onto Undertale, and I forgot how great that game is. Like, just the music in general, the ambience of it, the way the story is written. I mean, right now I'm doing a pacifist run, which is of course the best run out there to have, obviously, because you can be friends with everybody.
It's
the restaurant
wholesome.
is full.
Yeah.
People are amazing. The characters interact.
Oh, you already at the hotel?
No, I mean the bar at the village at the beginning.
Like in the snow village.
Yeah, people are still there and all that. And I passed the Temi village, whatever. I just got the stupid thing you have to grind a whole lot to get.
To have what?
That particular object that he sells that it's cost too much for no reason. You have to pick up as much.
You mean the spiders?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No. There's a thing that I picked up a lot of Temi garbage and then I sold it back and I grinded for that. I don't remember what it was. On the PSP and PS4, you would get a trophy for that, an achievement.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So I did it on the Switch too, but I don't remember the name. It just escapes my mind.
I don't know. I never did that, so.
But yeah, it's an overall enjoyable game. Because here's the thing. I know that you did also a pacifist run on the Switch as well.
I never did the genocide run.
That's the thing.
Yeah, no, I heard stories, right? And I can imagine it already because, I did fail at some point. The first battle that you have, against Toriel.
Mm-hmm.
I killed her.
Because you don't know.
Because I didn't know how to win, and I killed her. And then I restarted the game. I restarted the whole game because I wanted to do a pacifist run. So I erased the save data and I restarted. When I went back and I saw Flowey, yeah.
Yeah, he knew what you did.
He knew what I did. And
that's awesome.
That's how I knew how good was this game. Like, this game is so good. Okay.
Yeah, I love.
And that at that moment I knew it was that good. Because they predicted that you would fuck up. You did fuck up the first time too, right?
Yeah, I did. That's why I know about that particular scene you're talking about, because they're like, oh, okay, so you're gonna try to do it again. Okay.
I know what you did. I'm the only one that knows.
And then the whole lettering just weirds that out. It's kind of
yeah.
I know what you did though. I'm like, okay, go at it.
And then Toriel is like, oh, I feel like I've been there before or something like that. Fuck, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Toriel so much. I couldn't let her die like that. So I went and did the pacifist run. It's wholesome as shit. I love all the characters. I love Papyrus and Sans. They're so good characters.
Papyrus is babe, honestly.
Papyrus is bae.
He loves spaghetti. He has a communist
cold spaghetti.
Best spaghetti.
Yeah. But anyway, it's wholesome in pacifist mode, and I can imagine it in. You can just imagine it in genocide mode. It's gonna be depressive. It's
I
gonna be
because that's the thing. When I bought it originally on the PS4, I did pacifist on the PS4 and genocide on the Vita because I was on the go, so I could give less of a fuck when I was playing it. But it just felt horrible. Like at some point, I think you're at the bridge after the fight with Undyne, and then you find that little kid, and you kind of have to kill him. I just couldn't do it, but I had to because I was playing genocide.
The kid that was helping you run away from.
Yeah.
You had to.
He's part of the monsters you have to kill.
Oh God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm like, genocide run, right? And then that's why it got heavy for me. I mean, that's the thing. It's a great game, but some people in the fan base will tell you that you haven't experienced the whole game and you haven't done the 2 even 3 playthroughs, which is pacifist, normal, which is you half and half it, or complete genocide.
I understand the reasoning behind that.
I know someone who killed everyone except for Papyrus.
Is that you?
No, you know how messed up that is? Papyrus is like, we're gonna go see Undyne. And she's dead. But we're gonna go see Undyne. Like, yeah. Undyne's not there though. Where is she? I'm gonna knock on her door. Gets through the window, you're like, yeah, no, Papyrus is no one there, man. so it's kind of messed up.
I'm speechless. I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's such a good game. Holy shit.
Yeah. So overall,
So well made.
if you haven't picked it up before, I recommend it to pick it up. Don't like
There's no real spoilers than what we said. by
like
the
for real,
way.
up to you if you want to do all those free playthroughs. At that point, I would recommend you to go genocide first and then feel good all the way afterwards. when
Or
you
just
retry it.
or just skip the genocide.
Because that's the thing. I it's not worth it. I mean, no.
I'm gonna do it because I don't have a light heart. You big softy. But
As you didn't even think about doing it.
no, because I wanted to do the I will say it. The true way of playing Undertale is probably the pacifist run.
Yeah.
I don't know. The text is funny. It's wholesome. I enjoy it a lot that way. And you like I never fight.
No, you
No.
get the most out of it. You get interaction with
Yeah,
characters.
and you stay at level 0.
Oh yeah, 20 HP. Woo.
Yeah, so it's harder, and I think it was made that way. I think the game was made that way,
Mm.
and then they added the genocide run, or it was part of it. But you know, they put so much thought in the pacifist run. I think that's
Mm.
the only true way to play the game.
Yep.
To be honest,
Mm.
although I understand you did not like play the full game if you didn't play it.
Yeah, if you didn't
Genocide.
play a couple more
I
rounds.
understand.
Mm.
I will do it too, but
Yeah.
I'm not there yet.
So Undertale. After that, I played a few rounds with a few friends of Mario Party. So Mario Party, very simple, very basic. This one,
Super Mario Party.
yeah, that's what I was gonna bring up.
Oh.
This one, it rebrands itself, just Super Mario Party, and it goes back to for all of you out there, it goes back to the classic. There's a board, get the star,
Fuck yeah.
and play again. There's no
Mhm.
mini star bullshit. There's no buyout property like Mario Party 9. I think there was still Monopoly.
Buy up. What?
Yeah, you could.
I didn't know that. I didn't play the 9.
Yeah.
I know it was
I-
like everybody in the same like car, and
No, that was 8, I think.
no, that was not it. I played
Oh
it.
yeah, 10 is the one
It
with
was
the Monopoly.
10. Yeah.
So that's the thing. Mario Party, for me, it's a better way to play a board game because I hate board games. But Mario Party is a thing I enjoy to play with friends. So I needed to have this one. And when I saw it was exactly the same way I used to play Mario Party 2 or 4 when I
Yeah.
was a kid, it was a definite buy for me. So overall, great mini games, fun to play with friends.
Yeah.
Do be mindful about coughing up the extra money for the Joy-Cons, but you'll have a blast because you'll have
Yeah.
hours and hours of gameplay.
Thing is with a Super Mario Party, yes, the mini games are super fun. It's well done, but isn't any. There's not a lot of games, and it lacks games for me. It lacks boards, and also there's a lot of games that are coin based game and everybody wins, and I absolutely hate that.
Mm.
Although all the games that are not like coin based and they're super fun. The boards are fun by itself. They're nice. They're super like basic. There's no like real plot twist. If you go one way or the other, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's really the same in general. There's one that I hate though. It's the gold one.
Oh yeah, I just unlocked it. So.
I hate it. You have to buy something from the shop whenever you go to the shop. You have to,
Okay.
but you make more money there. I think you make already like 8 per blue space,
Makes sense.
6 like from the beginning. So you
Mm.
you make a lot of money, but you have to spend it. You absolutely have to spend it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. So overall, I had fun with the board game one, the rafting one, when you have to co-op with people. That's fun.
yeah, that's fucking.
The music one, the one where you have to play mini games
Oh,
real fast.
that's-
one of my favorite modes, though.
That's the most fun I've had in that game.
Yeah.
Because I bought it when I had a brother that said, "Oh, I'm coming to your place in like an hour or an hour and a half." And then 30 minutes before before he arrived, he told me, "Oh, it's gonna be with your two other brothers. So we're gonna be like 4 of the 5 there.
Mm.
So I was like, oh, then I'm gonna buy Mario Party. So I bought Mario Party. I already had the Joy-Cons.
Perfect.
We did like a board, and then I saw like the music one. We had so much fun. We played it for 2 hours. We played the music thing for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
The hard and remix modes are the best out there. Remix is crazy. It goes super fast for no reason. I love it. So yeah, overall, Mario Party. If you
Good
have
grab, yeah.
if you have a lot of friends, or like you, if you have a big family like that, that just shows up out of nowhere, it's a perfect way to play it. Also got my hands a couple hours on Super Mario Odyssey, which is the newest Mario entry, which I didn't have as much fun with a Mario since Mario Sunshine. And I'll be honest, because I played Galaxy, but the copy I had on the Wii was broken. What I mean is that whenever I would beat the last boss fight with Bowser on the game would crash.
No way.
So I've never seen the ending. Never seen the ending of Mario Galaxy 1. And I'm that kind of guy.
Such a good game.
If I didn't finish the first one, I'm not going to play the second one. So I completely missed on Galaxy. And when I just got to Odyssey now, I'm just like, I'm just going to play a few hours. Got like 220 something moons.
Moonshines.
I don't know. Because I think of Sunshine.
Yeah. Moonshine.
So I got that.
Moonshine it's alcohol, right?
Yeah, I think it is. So Mario got boosted up. And then that was pretty much for me. I mean, I'm not going to buy a full-length Mario game. You lend it to me. So I'm like, I'm happy that I played it, that I have fun with it.
Yeah. You didn't finish it, though.
But I'm not going to finish it. I don't feel like... It's just...
But to be honest...
I have fun with it, and that's it. That's more there is to it.
Okay, fine. I can respect that.
Mm.
But to be honest, Mario Odyssey is way better than Mario Galaxy or Galaxy 2. I played both.
But I like Sunshine. I'm not saying Galaxy is the best game. I prefer
No.
Sunshine.
I'm just saying because you didn't finish both of them.
Yeah.
Odyssey is better.
Okay.
So if you don't like Odyssey, then you wouldn't have really Galaxy 1 or 2.
Well, I did finish Galaxy, it's just that the boss was crap. So I did play the game.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy it.
But pretty sure you enjoyed it because of Rosalina.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. Rosalina is like the best character ever made in the Nintendo world after Waluigi. But otherwise, there's no reason to hate the Galaxy games. So
it's really enjoyable. But I prefer.
And without
Odyssey.
Galaxy, we wouldn't have the fantastic orchestra that started in those games.
It's true.
The music orchestra started there, then went to Zelda, then it went to Breath of the Wild. No, that's the piano minimalistic, whatever. And then Odyssey, the music they're back at it again.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So, yeah. Overall, if you like platformers and if you want to play Mario still, because that's the main sell point of the Switch, go for it. I mean, had the fun.
Breath of the Wild,
I had the fun that I had on it, and I might come back to it eventually if
if you want to finish it, just hit me up.
I'll come pick it up, and that's it.
Sure, it's a great game, a great grab. Definitely worth $80 in my book.
And
beside that,
last on the few list, last 2 games that I tried out recently was Breath of the Wild. Mm-hmm. Again, that's exactly like Mario. We don't have to talk much about it. Pretty much everyone and their grandma played at this point. And we mentioned it last episode, basically.
Yeah, I just want to add one more point to Breath of the Wild.
I got the DLCs for it.
Oh, really? Already?
I haven't got to it because I want to keep them towards the end or before I go beat Calamity Ganon. Mm-hmm. And just, I just really want... Because those dungeons are fun, but they're not as challenging. But apparently on the DLC, they're crazy challenging.
Really?
So I'm like,
I was stuck on one. On the Divine Beasts.
Yeah.
There's on the 4 Divine Beasts that you have in Breath of the Wild, there's one that really, really, really stuck. Like I was really stuck. But that's because I'm stupid. It's not it was not that obvious, but it was not that hidden.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway,
it's not a flaw of game design. It's just
pretty sure it was the Zoro one. I'm pretty sure it was the elephant.
Oh, was it when you have to go over the
is that the one that turns?
Yeah, no. The one that turns, I think that's the bird. Is that it?
No, it's not the bird. It's not the bird. It may be the salamander. It's the salamander. It's the salamander. That's the one. Yeah, because I finished the Zoro one first.
Yeah.
And then I did the salamander from the Gorons.
Yeah.
that one fucked me. I didn't like the boss. I wasn't able to get to it.
Mhm.
Like, not the boss was hard. I was not able to get to the boss because I'm stupid, and I missed one, and I didn't understand what to do. So
Mm.
I went to the camel,
Oh,
and
God.
then I finished that one. It was like super easy.
Mm.
Then I came back, finished the salamander, and then I went to the Rutos and finished the bird.
Yeah, the bird is fun.
Yeah, that one was nice. It was
Mm.
easy also. It was the easiest one, I think.
Yeah, it is.
But I started with the elephant.
Yeah,
But I wanted to add one thing.
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild. The game is worth getting the Switch.
Oh yeah,
Like-
alone, yeah.
Yeah, the game alone is worth getting you the Switch.
Yeah.
And enough said. I don't want to say more about it.
No, because
pretty
that's the
clear.
thing. I'll briefly on it also is that I originally my first venture of Breath of the Wild was on the Wii.
The
that,
Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U, whatever. I don't care. So basically, that was horrendous. The frame rate was garbage. It was
Was it?
slowed down. It played like ass. So when I got to it finally on the Switch, I was like, oh my god, right? This is cartridge based, so it's loading already. The game speed is great. It has some slowdowns like any other game, obviously, but
Mhm.
it still doesn't feel horrendous. So
Yeah, you don't feel it as much. I believe.
I had fun. You know, honestly, if you would have played that monstrosity on the Wii U, you would have known what I meant by that.
Yeah,
so,
no.
So overall, good game. Perfect grab. Music is minimalistic. I love it. Purely piano and sometimes here
Oh,
there
yeah.
dynamic with what you do. It's fantastic. It's great music to listen to when you're studying. I noticed that recently. I don't study much nowadays, but it's good music to listen to.
Nice.
And last but not least, on my list, which is basically what's been keeping me up at night these few days, is Fire Emblem Three Houses. Now, as you know, and as I probably mentioned also in the last podcast, is that I'm a big fan of RPGs, especially the Japanese JRPGs, so
Mhm.
Japanese role-playing games. And this one is tactical based, so it plays like your normal Disgaea, Joan of Arc, Final Fantasy Tactics.
So basically, Final Fantasy Tactics, Persona.
Pretty much, that's what I was going into. So you have the tactics, and then you have the social links or the venturing of friendships with people, Persona style. And trust me, there is a lot of characters you can just go ahead and have fun with. You want to give a gift to this? Okay, you like this? Okay, you have a character sheet to every single character's know. Dislikes, things they like, when were they born, where do they live, what's their favorite color, all that crap. Because you have to know them to know exactly what you want from them, and they will have what you want from you. And that is fantastic. According to the game, I'm 31 hours into it.
Okay.
But from my understanding, apparently it's like pretty much time counting like Platinum games. So they don't count replays. So let's say if you restart the combat
Oh.
back,
Okay.
and they sometimes don't count certain cutscenes. So basically, I might be clocking in more than maybe 50 to 60 hours at this point. And that's for my first playthrough. Because that's the thing. There's some characters that, yeah, I'm playing as a female main character, which basically is what I do with most of video games when I have the option. Because just a quick slash on that is that I'm comfortable with who I am. I was born a man and I'm happy to be born a man. And if I have a game where they allow me to be a girl, I'll do it. Because it's a new perspective, it's something new, and it's very fun to try it out. Sometimes you get better interactions, sometimes you get better powers, and sometimes you just play the game exactly the same way, but you're a girl instead. And that's fun. I think it's fun to have that option. That's all there is to it. So this playthrough, girl, beating the game, getting all I need, playing on hard and permadeath, and then once I finish, I'll play on extreme, male character, and permadeath as well. So overall, if you like anything that's like tactical RPGs like Final Fantasy, or you love Persona games, definitely grab Fire Emblem Three Houses. And also if, hey, you're a Harry Potter fan, or if you used to like Pokemon Go, it has the same feeling. Only 3 houses, and there's only one that's good, and the other ones, you don't know what you're choosing, you're garbage.
Well, fuck you too. Then, I haven't played Fire Emblem yet, but it is on my list, and that will come soon, though. Not now, because I still have Luigi's Mansion and Pokemon to play. So
oh yeah, that's coming out.
yeah, that's coming out in about a month. Actually,
Ooh.
exactly a month. Pokemon is out in 15 days, 16 days, because we're recording on the 15th of October.
Yeah, Luigi is coming out on Spoopy time.
On Spoopy Day, yes.
Mm.
They're like on the 31st of October. I love that idea.
Oh, that's brilliant marketing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give it away from
Yeah,
that.
but that's not what I'm getting the game, but it's definitely a reason.
Mm.
Oh, so, well, thanks a lot for listening to that.
Yep.
We're going to go on a quick break and a message from our sponsor. The fuck, Pablo, what is this? What is the sponsor?
Look. I read the last sponsor you fucking gave me last week. Now I find you one.
Yo, that's fucked up.
No. It's listen here, little bitch. It's easy money, and they're paying big money. So if you want to keep the same equipment we have right here, you're gonna read it.
How much money are we talking about?
Big money. Like we could have a meal a day with this.
Oh shit. Okay, fine.
Hot meals. Hot meals.
Okay. Not oatmeal.
No, just fucking.
Okay. Today's episode of the podcast is sponsored by none other than Frame the Family.
Woo!
Frame the Family is a picture service for natural-looking pics. So, no more funny faces, distractions, or data on the cell phone. These pictures will be taken by surprise during sleep, shower, and school. This will be offered for kids, parents, and pets. So, you know, whenever your kid is doing looking funny faces, think it's funny, well, no more of that, because we're gonna have some ex-convicts and ex-Spec Ops war veterans suffering from PTSD taking the pics for you.
Oh, that's great for them.
That's really great.
Integrating society again. That's fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. If you go on framethefamily.com/ppmyfam, so it's framethefamily.com/ppmyfam, you get 20% off the second frame. So again, framethefamily.com/ppmyfam for 20% off the second frame.
Thank you very much, Framing the Family.
Thanks, I guess. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, it's good.
Hello and welcome back from the break. We had our beer, we're ready to go, and I really want to know what game you're looking forward to in the next months.
Okay, so right now, the particular game I'm looking forward to, it already came out, I think, a week or two before, but I still haven't got around to it. It would be Astral Chains. That is the new game that came out on the Switch from Platinum Games. So basically, if anyone is familiar with Platinum Games, they created the games, the magnificent games, you know, like Okami, Wonderful 101, Beautiful Joe, etc. Before when they were Clover Studio. Now, Astral Chain, pretty simple. Same gameplay mechanic as a character action game, like Bayonetta, like Nier Automata. Same soundtrack kind of feeling, the same way they did for Automata. The story is apparently as weird and as Japanese as it can be, like Wonderful 101. And you basically are a space cop who has a stand, just like in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but they call it legions. And so you have to pretty much chain them. Well, they become legions, but normally they're astrals. So you chain them up, and they become your stand that you have to control. But trust me, if that chain were to break, it would kill you the fuck there and then, because it doesn't want to be there. It doesn't want to be with you. It doesn't want to be your friend.
Really?
It's not it's like Pokemon, but it doesn't want to be with you. And it still has the same minigame. I saw a gameplay that basically you can take a bath for the monster that you have. You can clean it up, but it's still gonna fight you every time you get close to it. So
Serious.
it looks amazing, and it's a Platinum game, so I am always down to play any of the new weird shenanigans they have going on, and I'll be grabbing it pretty soon, actually. Maybe by next week or so.
Yeah, because it's already out.
Yeah, it came out recently, but I'm just, I've been stuck with Fire Emblem and Breath of the
Yeah,
Wild.
because you have to finish it.
Fire Emblem, so
Yeah. Astral Chains does look very nice. I wanted to get it, but again, I got some games I want to grab first, and I won't be able to play it until who knows.
Yeah.
Who knows when?
You gotta finish a few games before you can actually keep up the library. That's one of my problems, actually. So.
Yeah. Other than that, though, do you have any other games that is not out yet that you are looking forward to?
Death Stranding.
Okay, so that ends the segment. So, is there any new development for Death Stranding or no?
Not really. Same thing I told you last time.
Okay, so
Moving
fuck it.
on, though. You know what's new development?
Oh no.
New genre of music. Tell me, what is the new discovery of music you have this week for me, Pascal? Because I did listen to the Zombies last week.
Oh,
and
you
it's
did?
actually pretty good.
Oh, cool. Very
So,
nice.
you know, I'm
Oh, did
looking
you
forward
listen
this.
to like another album than the
No,
Oracle?
just the
Yeah,
OG
it's
one.
very good.
Yeah,
It's
it's
very
pretty
good.
good.
I don't know about the others. The new ones. I tried to, but
Mhm.
it was. I don't know, it was just, like too modern. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just lost the British.
Yeah, it
invasion
lost the
thing.
British invasion type
Mhm.
like that. That I love actually. But anyway, enough about the zombies. Right now I do have another recommendation, which is a band that I've been listening to for about 5 years now. But they are releasing a new album that is called Pitfalls. The band is Leprous.
Okay.
The album is going to come out on the 25th of October. But right now we do have 3 new songs. Well, which 3 songs that started coming out from I believe early September.
Okay, a few singles.
Yeah, a
Okay.
few singles. 3 singles. The names it's Alleviate, Below, and Distant Bells. I recommend you listening to those songs, Pablo, and also all the 2 people listening to us.
Okay.
So yeah, so my pick is Leprous because, wow, I mean, they come from a prog metal scene,
Mhm.
right? But they're not that anymore that much. It went, they went through like a little like pop kind of vibe,
Mhm.
a bit like Carnival, if you know them or not.
Not that much, sadly, no.
Okay, I don't know. I really love it. I really love the other album that they released before, which is called Melina. It's a beautiful album. Probably my favorite, well, one of my top 5 albums ever.
Okay.
Right now, Melina from Leprous. Pitfalls, for now, is looking very great.
Mhm.
And I am very excited to be listening to that on the 25th of October. Do you have any pick for us this week, Pablo?
Actually, it was kind of amazing. It's what we call a shadow release. Just came out of nowhere. It's a band that I've been following for quite some years.
Mhm.
And I went to see them when they came here in Montreal back in, I think it was at the beginning of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I have the poster at home, I don't remember.
Mhm.
But it's basically the group called Chromatics. So basically, their kind of music, it's more of a shoegazing, kind of wavy feeling. And the last week, out of nowhere, I think it was on October 7th, they released the album, their 7th album, called Closer to Grey. So basically, it's not the 6th album that people were waiting like me, that was Dear Tommy, because the actual producer and lead guitar player had an accident and he destroyed all the copies in pre-order. So Dear Tommy
What?
was completely destroyed.
No fucking
Yeah,
way.
he came in with a baseball bat, destroyed all vinyls and all CDs,
What?
and scrapped it. They were released eventually and reproduced as singles. He's the producer and record
Holy
holder.
shit.
He's doing it. It's his thing. He'll do whatever he wants. It's his. He reworked those songs and then eventually he released the singles with the actual song samples that he had made originally for the album. And he's right, they were shit. Because the new versions we got now, they were really re-released as singles for, let's say, the movie Drive. They came out for the TV show of Twin Peaks. They came out for a couple other movies. And now this album, Closer to Grey, just came out of nowhere without any sort of excitement at the beginning, because that's the thing. He excited people so much for Dear Tommy, it never came out, that it kind of bumped up a lot of people. Now, just by releasing it that way, spike gone up, listen to the album, great album. And none of the singles that was released before are in this album. This is brand new content.
Mhm.
Great stuff. So if you like any sort of ambient music, as I said before, shoegazing, any sort of that makes you feel like kind of, taking a night drive in the city while it's raining, that kind of feeling you get, perfect music.
Okay.
And if you just want to go fast-paced on the driving, slight recommendation, again, not an album, just a feeling, Eurobeat music, and that's mostly Initial D music. It's great for farming in RPGs, and if you're playing any racing game, you are literally going 50% faster.
Of course you are.
Yes, you are.
Oh. It feels like a strange deja vu, huh? Mm-hmm.
Like you've been in that place before, higher on the street, because you know it's your destiny.
Shut up, copyrights. All right, that's it. So, well, I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for ejaculating to our second episode of the PP Time podcast. And again, I enjoyed it. And did you enjoy it, Pablo?
Yeah, I'm just not gonna rub off this episode, you know.
Yeah, good. Anyway, bye. Bye. Have a great. See ya.
Yeah, Half-Life.
Half-Life? When is that gonna come out?
Never.
Huh? Half-Life 3?
No, unconfirmed.
God fucking